Okay. Well, let's go. Okay, let's get to work. Let's get to work.
Bathe in moonlight.
This sound is loud for me.
One client, two clients, three clients.
I am giving up on Atlanta now. We are going to put our foot down and catch up to Fontaine.
Hello, is it me you're
How are you?
looking
How
for?
are
Huh?
you?
I
Hello,
came here
hello,
several times with my
Baba.
father
Welcome
when I was
in,
little,
welcome in. How are you all?
but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Of course,
In
Maimon,
that
you are
case,
getting
I'll go
excited
order for
about
us first. Please
How
wait
are
here
you
a
all
moment.
doing? I'm bad. What happened, Bubble? What happened?
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to
Routine,
enjoy
I don't
life.
see your streams
Why, of
nowadays.
course. Go
Is
ahead,
it my
try
timing
whatever
or
you
what?
like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's
Where
not,
have you been?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
yeah.
Taking break, ma'am.
Sure have your own
For
way of
how
doing
long,
things.
Kim? For how long?
Oh,
Why
we
break?
call
What
this
happened?
a farewell meal,
All good,
but
all
we
good.
could also treat it
Where
like a
have you
victory
been in
feast,
this
right?
week?
We did
Arey,
just win
I
that
keep
case
getting
after all.
sick and I have to catch up to classes. I barely stream like once a week now. Good morning, Mireille. How are you? How's the week going? You know me. I know you? I know you? Did you change the name, Bubble? I don't think I will forget. Not sure, my PC had problems and the week went down. I hope it's not bad too. I hope it's not bad. I'm good. How are you? I'm good too. Mireille, stream when? You don't stream either.
True.
Everyone
Very
forgot
true.
streaming exists.
In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Gamer girl. हमारी Pixie. How are you, Pixie?
Speaking of cases,
You don't
do
play
you
games
think that the
either.
mastermind
What
behind
kind
the
of
serial
gamer girl
disappearances
behavior
will
is
get
this?
caught soon now that this has all happened?
I'm just glad we are all
We've
the
certainly
girl
taken a big
ganging
step
over here though.
forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have
See,
ever
Pixie,
believed
I
that
know
a
you, I
person
know
could
you.
be
I could never
dissolved
not
like
know you.
that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous
You are
notion
gamer.
that the
No, you are
investigation could
gamer
never
girl.
really move forward before.
You just stop gaming.
If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high
My
hopes for
boyfriend
any
does not
follow-up
think
that the
she looks
authorities might
like Taylor
conduct.
Swift.
It's not that I don't
Hydration,
have
Dad.
responsibility. It's just that a different perspective is required in
Wholeheartedly
some
believe
matters.
she looks like Taylor
It's
Swift. I
easy to
don't
guard
know.
against and deceive a single
Say
narrow
bye,
perspective.
Hydration. Okay,
A shift
okay.
in thinking is
For
required
you
at
for
such
the no?
times in order to produce a breakthrough.
Then you should
Which is
listen
exactly
to
why
this
the Spina
story.
di Rosula exists. Those
What
highfalutin
happened?
folk
I
are
was
not
like getting
all-knowing.
fever from a
That's
week,
why we
right?
exist.
And then
To see
I
into the
went to
cracks where
doctor.
filth falls through.
And मेरो posting पनि अहिले
That's
it's
the kind of
going on
problems we
in
solve.
के भन्छ त्यसलाई
Seems Paimon thought things
medicine
were simpler
department.
than they actually
I
are.
went like
It's
a
all
week
right.
back, and they gave me medicine, sent me home.
This was supposed to be a farewell
Okay,
meal.
fine.
So
Ani,
I
then
doubt
I
you
took
have further
medicines. I
interest in
was
this
not
business,
getting
right?
better.
Let's talk about
Doctor
something
went to
else.
doctor. सुन न सुन अनि
what are
त्यसपछि
your
I
future
went
plans?
yesterday again होइन अनि त्यसपछि the doctor sat me down and was like you don't rest, you keep coming back to posting, you have fever but you came to college again, I don't know anything else, go stay at home for 2 days. I got sent on bed rest, so I am bed resting right now, streaming from bed. I can't go to college now. I got shooed away, and my like posting is in the same department. I can't show my face there. I got like 15-20 minutes lecture of how rest is important. भाई तबीयत कैसे अभी थोड़ी बेहतर है. I took OSAB. What's going on? Bachelors now. Oh, हजुर is right. What about you? What about you? के छ साथीको हालखबर? Hey, how was the game the other day? Nice. How are you, Sidbai? Did you sleep?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it
First to
anyway.
pass out, let's go. Contact
I see.
Zentrex
So,
inscribed.
your
He will give you
primary
very good
objective,
suggestions.
which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Is
I've
the
heard that
engineer
there's a
gonna do
long
something
line
like-
of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be
As
waiting for
promised,
quite a while,
yeah, 5
considering
hours
that you missed your
only.
chance today.
Sidbai, you betrayed me. You said
We
you
heard that
sleep.
she's super
This is
popular
not
here in
fair.
Fontaine,
Oh,
and that
on
it'll be
it.
tough getting
So,
any
ठीक
of
है.
her time.
हो भने कसम ल.
Well, would you consider some more
If you contact him, he's the engineer.
unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable
सोर्स लगाएर
legality?
टेलिफोनमा जब
Guess
पनि
that's
टेलिफोन र
being a
टेलिकममा
dual-soulless
जब.
boss for you.
It's-
Chock full of sketchy ideas.
Pixie, how are you,
What did you
Pixie?
have in
I
mind?
haven't seen you from
Well,
like
One way
forever.
would be to infiltrate a performance troupe
Is
at the
it
Opera
this
House,
Ludwig?
only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending
That's fair
and
enough.
would agree in order to finish watching the play.
What's the
Don't
plan
you
for the
think?
day? I
Could
have
you
not
suggest
listened to any
something a little
dialogues.
more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
I can act.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can
I
finally
will
get some
be on
sleep.
alert. Class Danusa have good stream.
That might
Okay,
work,
thanks for the
but
love,
that's
Prince Fry.
not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part.
यार मैं
was just thinking about leveraging a person's
मैं
desire
12 से
for
पहले
sleep.
सोता फिर 7 बजे उठा. Colleges are a scam. For real, man. No use, no use.
All right, no more joking around. Huh. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally.
For
I
getting
imagine that she feels
the
quite ashamed about the whole
bachelor's
thing.
degree.
You mean
Ah.
that if we catch her while she's on a
Not
break,
everyone
she
is
might be too embarrassed to
lucky
refuse?
and एकदम gifted
that
like you
does make
said.
some sense.
Some people need to go to college and study. Sad so. नपढे सुखै छैन. Exactly.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
If I could like redo
Was
my
this your
life, I would go back to like class 10 and start learning coding and
Sorry
shit after
about
that.
Paimon wasn't really paying attention.
Life
and
would
the cup
be
was right
set
next to Paimon.
by the time
Would
I
you like to order
got to
another?
bachelor's.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It
I
tastes
did
kind
that.
of salty and icky.
Oh, another gifted person. Let's go. Another
Is that
engineering
so?
making.
Huh.
Go fanny.
Well, in that case, we'll have to
होइन
blacklist
कि म
Fonta here
कसम त्यही
then.
गर्थेँ झन्.
If we're all
If I could
finished
redo
eating,
my
then I'll go
life,
pay.
I would start learning coding and
Yeah,
shit.
we're stuffed.
अनि do
Thanks for the
remote
treat,
work.
Navia.
No office. I stopped to my के भन्छ त्यसलाई बच्चाको ड्रिम अनि ruined my life forever. My life is ruined now. I don't know what to do.
Oh, so
I know basics of
full.
HTML,
I can
CSS,
barely
CA.
float anymore.
That sounds like you know a lot of it. अरे नहीं यार सारी इंजीनियरिंग करेंगे तो डॉक्टर कौन डॉक्टर being doctor is just sad Sid bhai very sad.
Okay.
What
As
are
for
you studying?
expenses
I'm
this
doing
month,
MBBS
we're
currently.
left
Inspect.
with- Huh.
तिमी चाहिँ के को कलेज
Navia,
प्लस टू पास आउट भन होइन what are you studying right now?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get
Exactly.
ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye,
Future
huh?
renowned doctor
Well,
we will
if you
giving
do
free
encounter any other
treatment to
trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the
What?
Spina di Rosula. I'll give your
What's
request the
Caladores
highest
are?
priority.
MBBS
In
complete
any
अरे
case,
ना
I wish you
Pixie
smooth
कहाँ MBBS
sailing.
complete
I'll see you again, partner.
one more year. What are you up to Pixie? You don't tell me what you are up to. नहीं यार becoming doctor is much better than engineering. अरे too much दुख दर्द दो सिर भाई. अनि I will have to do like on-site job. I can't sit at home and be lazy. अहिले त आयो स्याट दिएको अस्ति धोस्तै गरियो स्याट त कस्तो गाह्रो हुन्छ यार तर म्याथ स्याट पनि हुन्छ होइन स्याटमा यु गेट म्याथ्स एन्ड अल इन स्याट यस लुट्न पर्यो कहाँ छोडेर जान लाग्यो एक्ज्याक्टली फ्युचर प्लान गेट गभर्मेन्ट जब अनि डु नथिङ डु करप्सन यसै Okay, 930. I am flying on. Can't I teleport in here? Okay, I can. मुझसे सजिलो लाग्छ मेरो ड्याम अरे कुछ भी सही नहीं घर पे सब बीमार है तभी डालो नहीं आते अरे क्या हुआ पिक्सी
Wanna
व्हाट
come over for tea?
हैपेंड होइन नि विदेशको सर्टिफिकेसनले लुट्ने हो गफाडी You ain't coming back after going to Videsh. Nepal Lutni is not happening after that. Bro is already planning for visa interview. एकदम आफैलाई ग्यासलाइट
There aren't
हालेर
many
होला.
people around anymore. Looks like that boat we
Oh,
took
I
to
will
Airbnb
definitely be
might have
back.
been the last one.
Take it till you meet it.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Ugh, that's kind of spooky.
You are
Are you
carrying
sure we don't want to come back in the
ascendant
morning?
when. Sit back up. आप बोलो. Whenever you want. I will carry you.
Hey, why are you still walking towards
It could be to iron, it could be to ascendant.
in the water?
We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet.
Huh? Hang on. Hyman can kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
Who is Vashir?
Hey, Traveler? Stop
Hello?
walking!
Hello?
Come on, wake up!
Man, this traveler needs to stop sleepwalking. She does it in every fucking reason. Every one of them. मिलाई नहीं बुक दिन ascendant सम्म आउ इसी नेपाल से सब यंगस्टर्स फॉरेन क्यों जा रहे हैं बिकॉज फ्यूचर ही नहीं है नेपाल में फिक्सी इसीलिए नो फ्यूचर country is fucked. Ascendant ही होगा. Don't worry. Ascendant is TRX Vivo for a reason.
Vache, are you?
Corruption
My
is
dear
good
Vache.
for you, though. Exactly. If
No,
you start
wait.
corrupting, it's
You
good for
seem
you.
to be someone else.
You
Do
got
you know
connection,
Vache?
you can move
Do
forward
you
in
know
life.
where my love is?
Yeah, Ajao.
My memories
How
feel
better
like they have
is
been washed
India
away
than
like a
Nepal?
flood.
How better?
So many fragments
भालु
dissolved
नखेल्ने
amidst
दिदी.
the tide,
अब अपडेट
never
आएपछि
to
भाइ
be recovered.
अपडेट आउँछ अनि त्यसपछि
How much have I
दामी
lost?
ग्राइन्ड हान्ने.
How many
ए
things
वी
that I
टेक
once
आउट
held dear
के
while
भन्छ
on
त्यो
land
नयाँ
have I
क्यारेक्टर
since
भाइस
forgotten?
भेरी अर्ली अनि त्यसपछि we become vicemen, vice. I don't know. Whatever the new character is, we become that main. Prabhas bhai. How's the plan? Just कुछ नहीं होगा तो आएंगे. अभी hello new.
Hydration
How are
check.
you? BP चाहिँ राम्रो रहेछ. I will be right back. Take your time, Sid bhai. Take your time. Russia.
Yes.
Russia
that
is
what I
fucked
was
too, man.
once.
What if old war
But
starts?
now, I am but the consciousness of one
विभू
who is
ये
lost
जेंट्रिक सा
therefore.
कौन है? मैं जानती हूँ क्या? You don't know him, but you can know him. Very nice person.
I do not know how I came to be like this
No.
either.
Then
I also remember going
wrong
to many
again.
places.
How
I
wrong?
loved
No wrong.
adventure. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. But now,
भाइको के चल्दैछ Valorant
can no
नि प्रभास
longer
भाइ?
go
How is
back.
Valorant? Valorant say
pain of
everyone
such
is
parting.
from Valorant. See,
No.
everyone
Our
Valorant.
reunion no longer
Wait,
has
Vivu.
any meaning.
Abhi,
There is
how
no
are you?
way
How
for
are
us
you?
to create any
मेरे
new
को Steam में
memories.
add कर. I think I
The
did.
thought of me
Wait.
gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters.
मुझे कोई
If you
फ्रेंड
meet
रिक्वेस्ट
Vache,
आया ही नहीं है अभी. You
tell
send
him
me
not to
और
look
क्या
for
बोलते
me.
हैं उसे स्टीम कोड क्या
Tell him
बोलते
to
हैं?
move on. That is the only thing
No
I
friend.
still remember.
यूजर नेम बार है ना. मेरे को स्टीम पे ऐड करो. Team 2 right when I think I already follow. Yes, W streamer. Oh my god. That reminds me. Wait. बराबर. टीम पे जा मेरा कोड कॉपी कर और डाल दे. ओके सेंड मी कोड ऑन डिस्कॉर्ड. I saw. I forgot I can give shout out.
गेमर हुनु छ
ओ सिड भाइको एक shout out तो बनता ही है.
द गेमर्स छ यार.
Wow. Great clip. Oh my god, we are all streamers here.
Go हानिन्छ र.
Is it? We can work shout out for forever now. Is it from yesterday's right? Okay, hello. Real Genshin stream, exactly. I finally decided I will catch up to Fontaine. New reason is out and I have not even catched up to Fontaine. How sad is that? How are you? कैसे हो? Did I forget anyone? I think I got all of it. Still like W clip. I have done this quest. I have done this. I remember this. I think the lesbianism is going on there. I ship them though.
What is
They
happening?
look cute together.
Are they going to kiss?
76 gigs. Oh my god. Sounds very, very busy. It will take me 1 hour. No. Why is this game always... Wait. We need to get back to Genshin. I have not listened to one story, man. I believe it will be if you meet Vachu, tell him to move on. Who is that person? Is that the one in Mondstadt? I am not delivering any information to him. He deserves to suffer for all the time he made me suffer when I was a noob in this game. Please listen carefully to me, Osumud.
Perhaps that
Give me
is
it.
so. As I was submerged in the
Why
wall
me?
of
Yeah,
Why
I
me
don't
M4
wait.
A1S?
losing
No,
No, M4
consciousness.
I
actually.
forgot.
I saw Vache above
That's all
the
I got.
surface.
Okay, sure.
You want M4?
His eyes were filled
I
with
could have
such
bought you,
sorrow.
man. Why
I
did
know.
you drop him
Such
there?
longing.
Making a fair
You
deal.
could have
so-
invested it on an
If only I could have
M249.
comforted him.
Yes, I sent you the
Only
invite.
that I did not
Let's
say.
go.
Again.
Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
Flashbang doing.
Is that what you call it?
Okay.
Dissolving. If anything, I consider it a form of release.
Oh, ये सब streamer है. Yes, Pixie.
It was
Everyone is a
state of
streamer.
neither fear nor frenzy, with only an
ये कौन
endless
लाइव है?
peace.
लाइव अभी कौन है?
Like
अभी
the
मैं
water
लाइव हूँ.
still
मुझे इतना ही
surface.
पता है. Artifacts,
I could also
handbags,
liken it to being
spectre
a
drops.
thirsty
Okay, I'll
person
be
who
there
drinks water
right
for
back.
the
Gonna
first
let the game
time.
download. Okay, see.
And only
Oh,
then
add me
sees
in
how they have
Genshin,
lived for
Shike.
so long
Everyone
in a
should
world
add
of
me in
endless
Genshin,
want
so I
and
get
anxiety.
all the help I deserve. I deserve all the help. I deserve a lot of help. I forgot. How did I write the code? Okay, it was something like this. I forgot. I need to open the stream elements to know my UID now. Oh my god. That's why I gave up on streaming. That's why streaming is not for me. I will add you as soon as my game download. Okay, CK. I forgot though. I forgot. How? I definitely added Genshin in my like क्या बोलते हैं उसे stream elements वाला. Where is it? How do I check that? I forgot. That commands. Oh, I found it. It's lost. Oh my god, I don't think I have it. Never mind. This is my UID. Oh no, I deleted this game. No, Hydrax. New update is coming. Now you will need a lot of space. We will do that, CK. I will do that. I know CK has a W Genshin account, so he can carry me all the way. Hello, Slacker. No, I am just on time. What's happening? I thought we were just having an emotional conversation. You are doing Fontaine quest. Yes.
Mademoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand?
Oh, she is cool, man. She is hacking cool. This Korean person.
Quick, now's our chance!
How had a oh, she is there is. Arey, Abhi, you should buy the game for yourself and then stream. That's the right way to go about it, Abhi. He's Navia's wife. Really? Okay, I see the tension here. The tension. I got it
I
already.
should thank you for lending us your sword
I am
there,
gifting you.
Chlorand.
Abhi, I will give you the most
before I do
amazing
so,
idea.
could you
Instead
explain
of
how you managed to
gifting me,
show up here?
add me in friends and
I
family. That way,
followed you.
one account is enough.
It seemed to me that
Is
danger
it-
has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would
Exactly.
do the same, were he alive today.
Will they have so
Do
much
not
tension? Exactly.
speak of my
Just look at
father.
them.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than
Tension
you,
is between those
but I believe that the
buttons.
mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
Watching you
I'm
to
sure
be
they've
add
known
me on
about me.
friends and family of it.
To be honest,
That's like
I'm
the
shocked
best
it's taken
idea.
them this long to act
Instead of
against
like
me.
wasting money on same game twice.
What about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via
But
illegal
only
means,
one can
deploying
play
them as a private
at
force
a
of
time. I
sorts.
think that game is
What?
single player,
Your
right?
point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league then?
Yes. Be careful and do not
Oh,
act
chikras.
rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much
For
appreciate being
multiplayer game,
followed.
just tell me the name. My birthday is
I do
coming
not
soon.
think that they'll strike
I
again
will be
anytime
rich in my
soon.
birthday.
So I shall stop following you.
I
Good
will
day,
ask
all.
everyone who asks me, do you want gift? I will be like, yes. And then
Right.
ask them to
I
buy me
suppose that's
Steam
the
gift
best
card.
news we've gotten today.
I already have plans for my
I
birthday.
believe that Miss
I'm getting
Clorand
rich.
was being sincere with you.
Happy
If we
birthday.
tried,
Thank
we
you,
could
Sige.
attempt
It's early
to
though.
our
It's early.
relations.
Birthday is not yet. Yeah.
I know, I just... She's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done. Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too. We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Yeah, thanks for the. Let's ignore
Come
Paimon.
now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still
Nadia.
partners. There's
I
no need
think
to thank
Paimon
me.
was responsible
It
for
will
making
take
Muna broke.
50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
You could be the next.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who...
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
How?
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water
Yes.
from the primordial sea?
Type 1
Yes.
full Paimon in a
If you
cauldron.
hadn't drunk
Exactly.
that
I
cup
will
for
type
me-
1.
Spina di Rosula is preparing
very
the grandest
useful,
of
Paimon.
awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
Paimon is such an annoying guy. Exactly, man. I used to find her cute, but after hearing her like yap so much for all these years,
Well,
all the love
you
has
did foil a
disappeared.
plan that they were probably pretty proud of.
Her
And almost
voice
got
is
their
like
name
my
in the
ears
process.
getting lower to my.
Speaking of which,
Exactly, they should give a
anything
very
strange
small.
happened when you drank the primordial
क्या
seawater?
बोलते हैं उसे dialogue?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
Very French name, Vasher. Vasher.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
Vasher.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Very Paris of you.
New intel?
I support.
While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
The voice person named Vasher. Vasher was a witness, so
Oh.
she deserved.
That is
They nailed
important.
Fontaine to BH, the names, the design. Yes, it's. And I am loving the story so
Vache.
far.
That name doesn't
It's so
ring a bell.
different. It's so different.
I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene.
I was
But he
tired
never
of
gave
following
testimony
and fighting.
or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have? Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well,
Rina
you
might
did
go
say
to
that our
holy shit
farewell
that
meal
cooked.
didn't
You will
really
cry
count.
at that. I
we're
love
still
you, Rina,
partners,
man.
right?
I love you, Rina.
And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people
support
who targeted us
everything
get off the
dramatic.
hook so easily, are you, traveler?
Messing with us,
Demoiselle, do
yes.
try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
And she can be happy,
You
huh?
talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Okay, Nadia.
Don't worry, you
Let's do
two.
that.
With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Oh my god, the achievement is very French. What's this achievement? Very French. Lanak on followers. Okay, I will stop. I will stop. I tried though, I tried. Hide me. Oh yeah. I got stuck in the quest. Your game downloaded already though. Zombie Stan account. I love China. Please let me. 50/50s. Eh? How do I add? Did I already add? Are we already friends? We are already friends. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let me add my UID to my stream elements. I thought I did. Maybe I just added a. What's that? Okay, yeah. It's only Stan account though. I still have not unlocked all these. What is this? Waypoints yet. I am yet to do that. Everything is remaining. Even the one in Sumeru. We are very behind, guys. We are very behind. We don't even look at Inazuma. That reason is fucked. I never wanna go back there again. That reason is fucked. I will be. Let me know your thoughts after you do story. Okay, Sikate. See you. See you. Okay, where were we? Where were we?
Huh?
We are speedrunning this
It's right
shit
up
now.
ahead. But let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh. Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's...
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Be fast, man. Keep your dialogue short. 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 Is this the way? Eh! No.
Is it?
All because I didn't want to climb down the stairs. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Amazing.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Wait, what did I have to do now? Yeah. We heal now.
Shower me with praise! Ah,
La 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 la. There's issue with limited account. It says I can't add because I have not spent more than $5 on Steam. Obi, I suggest you buy one another game. You should buy
when the
Stardew
sun's
Valley.
out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in
That's-
moonlight.
That would be great. Obi, you will get some more content. You like Palia. I'm sure you will also enjoy क्या बोलते हैं उसे Stardew Valley. I am lost. Hello, where am I supposed to go? Give me the way. Okay, thank you. Thank you, game. I think Genshin has become nice now. It shows me the way. It leads me on. Probably later then. Yes, Obi. That will be much better. That will be much better, you know? What is this? It's a whole society over here.
You need to know how it works.
85% discount was on that game. Start you
this
pay.
is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged under the
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
Sad.
But if you have the
Be
support
right
of the
back. Take your
people,
time,
then
Obi.
it
Take
does
your
sound like it's
time.
worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father, he was the previous boss's Spina.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No, I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from... My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence.
Sorry, Navya, but I
Strangely,
don't trust
he not only
fathers.
requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he
Hello,
refused to surrender,
Goswai. How are you? How are
determined to
you?
die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Yeah.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
Very good reason to
right.
get involved.
I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
I would hide though. I would hide the truth too. You just don't go to your daughter and be like, your mother died when she was giving birth to you.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also
The
will
only
never
thing
believe
you
that
can do
Master
is
Callus
carry ovens
murdered
for
anyone.
baking.
There
Bro,
are
you should
none
shut
whom I
up.
respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
We? Really,
There
Paimon,
is
we?
one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Corand.
Oh, that's why the tension.
Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Exactly,
Miss
I
Brand
understand
has
children.
always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself
Paimon,
to do that.
don't fake it. You
Afterward,
don't
Miss
know how it
Garan
feels.
told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Why does he wanna die?
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
Where?
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's feet.
Exactly, man.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Wait a minute. I think this story is gonna take me whole day. It will, right? Like the whole damn day.
Toodaloo.
Where's the room? Oh wait, it's here. Tests. This is so much better than doing same thing 99 times in
Paimon
Sumeru.
slept so well. This
That's why
place feels
sleeping
almost
scares
too
me
safe.
now.
Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
What do you want to
It's
talk
the feeling
about,
that you're
Tavia?
just trying to get them off your back.
Mm-hmm.
But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Sasha.
So you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
Maybe
I
it's of
suspect
many,
that
many,
those
many
behind
years
this
ago.
have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that...
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
Neuvillette does not look like someone who would just let me go there, man. I'm sorry.
Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Honorable. Once upon a time in Sleeve Sandry. I don't know. Okay, I think I should take French classes in Duolingo next. After I am done with my Japanese, which seems to be never ending. Why are we climbing this man? Available. What's available? Hello? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Can you give me teleport point? Okay, thank you.
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Since when is it so easy to meet the Chief Justice, man? All you have to do is want to meet Chief
Please
Justice.
state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to.
Oh.
Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy. So please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
It is certain.
Don't worry, we're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
We fooled the person, man. Where is Chief Justice? Hello? I am directionally challenged, man.
Please come in.
The vibes. Nublet has like whole different vibes, man. Bro has just whole different vibes.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We
Sure.
only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
You are Chief Justice,
So
man.
you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Exactly, man. That eyes. I don't trust Nubelets, no.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
Yeah, maybe it's
There
of
are no
centuries
records of him
ago.
either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur,
take our
Monsieur
leave now.
Novelet, Monsieur. Not Monsieur, Monsieur Novelet. Monsieur Novelet.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
Nah,
Your
Novelet, you
father,
don't.
Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret?
Just talk
No.
your shit, Navia.
You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Cook him, Navia, cook him.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Man, she cooked him.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
I kind of feel Gru deserved that, man.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't...
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
It's just a rain, bro.
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind,
Poisson.
we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Yeah.
Great.
Sure. Let's go. I'm free anyways. Just a serial disappearance case to investigate. Nothing more. Oh, waypoint. We found a waypoint. Let's go. That's 5 more primos right here.
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself,
Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Where is it? Oh, inside the water? I'm not going inside. Wait. Give me the way, man. Give me the way. I'm dumb. I'm back. How big was the update size? Genshin. I actually didn't get to see that, Abhimanyu. क्या था कि मेरा गेम ऑलरेडी 85% डाउनलोड होके बैठा था when I opened it today because I like left the laptop on whole night, so I didn't get to see it at all, sadly.
They might have it good,
Yeah.
but it ain't good.
ऑटो अपडेट पे छोड़ के सो गई मैं तो. Hello, how do I get there? Show me the way. Okay, I think this is the way. Now we can snooze add
Melissa, we're
in
back!
Twitch now. You can? Like when you are viewing the
Apologies for the
stream?
wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You
Most
said
important.
before that
Milos,
you still
I
had
like you,
some business
Milos.
at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Let's go
Yeah,
5 minutes.
of
Oh,
course.
that's cool. That's cool.
Many years ago, something called synth
I
began to
can't
gain
see ads
popularity in
in
Poisson.
Twitch, sadly.
At a glance,
We
it
don't
was a
have
kind of drink
like
that
ads
could
here in Nepal.
excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotion. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he
This
could never get
sucks,
anything
man.
out of the
If you
dealers.
are on
All of
different
whom only
region,
sold
you
the
can't
stuff
even
and
gift
weren't
any
privy to the rest
games.
of the
Okay,
operation.
tell me what game you
Recognizing
wanna
that,
play.
my father decided
can
to
buy
contact
it,
the dealers in secret
Like
and
in
cultivate
a
personal
week, I think
relationships
now.
with them.
In a week, yes.
Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
Rock.
But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds
Exactly.
just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Maybe one shot
You're right.
missed.
We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me
Technical
that
issue
we're on the
जाने दो
right track
later
to
मेरा
figuring it
scheme
all
of कौन
out.
से खेलें. Yeah, we should do
I'm
that. Abhi.
finally headed towards the truth.
Friends and family.
Jacques
Isn't
was an
it?
empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Milos, you
Even though
don't know.
Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark.
He
What
was
the point of him
protecting
dying without
you.
sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Maloose.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Damn.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live, and the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict, but once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has
Nothing.
worked.
Panda,
Even though
how are
Boss has
you?
been
How are
gone
you?
for a
Nothing
long
really.
Just
time,
a
the
Met her
other
through
side
Nick.
has
I think
not
I
tried
met
to take
Iridescent Rose
Demoiselle's
through
life.
Lisa, I
No.
guess. Yeah.
I don't
I
believe
love
it.
that
He
username.
never appeared to
Iridescent
look
Rose.
sick to me.
No father wants
It's-
their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
How are you, Panda?
So
How are
he chose
you?
to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding
Love
this
you
correctly,
that,
demoiselle.
model
What
though of the
boss
raccoon.
wanted to hand to you was not
So
a parasol,
cute.
but a sword. If boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool.
Work is sad. Work is sad. How
Couldn't
are
he
you
have
doing?
just
I'm
given it
doing
to me
good. I'm
straight?
doing good.
No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him.
Yeah.
Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
When
go.
he was threatening the
Yesterday
enemy,
you said
boss
someone
didn't
coming
share
to
the
visit you. Me?
specifics of the incriminating
Abhi,
evidence
is it
he
about me?
found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization
Oh,
that's
maybe
been
my
in
boyfriend
operation
for the birthday.
decades.
He will come next
There's no telling
weekend.
what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to
I
find
have
inside.
not met him from like
nor
what?
what people we may
6
be able
months
to
maybe.
capture.
Almost
But a
6 months,
single
man.
visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
It's on 4th September.
In that case, why not work with the Fontaine
Almost here.
authorities?
Almost.
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake.
When's your birthday, Abhi?
Considering my
When's
relative lack
everyone's
of
birthday?
ability,
I don't know
spent my
anyone's
time
birthday
keeping
of which
secrets,
month. That's
performing
sad.
basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have
Thank
you
you,
discovered
Malus.
anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with
It must
Spina
be
di
another
Rosula,
person.
or at
The
least
blue-haired
have an
guy.
informant planted
He
here.
looked useless.
When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors backed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Okay, next.
Florent?
He was one of the people boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood
Bring
boss
your
really
boyfriend
well.
on the birthday stream.
Thanks to
He
his
does not
position
even play
within
games
boss's
that
innermost
much.
circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture.
When was it?
this whole
4th
time.
September, Abhi.
There's
Me go
someone
eat
else
lunch.
like him
Okay,
too.
have a good lunch.
Marcel,
For
the head
us
of
too, though. For
Confrérie
us
of
too.
Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
Hmm.
It's a guild in Poisson. A boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting
I'm
against
sure
synth
you
dealers,
won't agree
they
to
provided
that.
us with plenty of support.
He is very
It's
introverted.
a bit difficult to
Very
imagine
introverted.
someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
Damn, bro, it's the blue
Although the
collar
guards
guy. Just
mostly
trust
leave
me.
us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities.
Be right
Since
back. Take
Thierry
your
is
time.
always in the know about our current activities,
Him and I always
he
have
could
like
theoretically
fights
always plan one
during
step
when we
ahead.
go out to
I
eat.
see.
Like who's gonna
These
order?
are all people
Because
who I
we both
communicate
like
with
just
quite
don't
regularly.
like talking that
To
much.
think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're
Thank you,
too
Malus.
kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Aw, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I
Give it
hope we
to
can work
me.
together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Let's go. Oh my god. No, no. Visit the family. Family be. Eh? This does not look like a very
It
livable
is settled
place.
then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Thank you, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Yeah, she looks very grateful. Yeah, Adele, I see you.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
She sounds very robotic.
But
Not
aren't
gonna lie.
all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
Exactly.
I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you, and to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Okay, I would love
Would
to know
you
the answer. Thank
mind
you.
sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy? If he did the right, Papa always wanted to be a good man. So why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to
And
hear
this is
from you.
like the biggest difference between this
Even
and
though your personality is quite different from your father's.
story is really
your
nice.
Determination when
You want to
speak
know
is
more about
really
this
similar.
story.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Okay, where to next? Floran. Where are you,
Are
Floran?
you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Where are you, Floran?
I'll get myself together on the way.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've
You
heard about
want-
what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed.
Okay, 2
The
gunshots.
guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us?
It's like he didn't
even
have
wanna
much
face the
time.
Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel.
Well,
Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two, so I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand.
You sound very
Then
innocent,
I'll leave
man.
Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today, no matter what others might say. He'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Yeah, bro sounds very
worry.
innocent.
I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Go to Fontaine and speak to Thuri. Who are you, Thuri? Thuri. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Man, this is gonna take a lot of time, no?
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia?
Yeah, he sounds
I've
a
heard that you made
little
quite the
guilty.
name for yourself at the Opera House.
She's Tammy.
So you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running
Wow.
the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up.
I'm
and
back.
clearing
Welcome back,
many
Avi. Welcome
obstructions
back.
in my way. It
We
would be
have
next to
not reached
impossible for me
anywhere
to
with this
find a
story.
similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You
Did you
think there
unlock
might
the
be
map?
more to the case
Map
now
of
that we know
National?
people can
I
be
have
dissolved
not,
into
Avi.
water,
I have
right?
not.
I was also flabbergasted
I
when I first
directly
heard
came
of it.
to Fontaine.
If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own.
Poisson.
Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my
Yeah,
Gardamex.
यही problem है in
Removing a
games
serial
में.
number is also
Fight pump
not
बस
as easy as you
बहुत
might
ज़्यादा
think.
रहती.
There are a
There's
lot
so
of
many dialogues.
complex steps
I
to
am
it,
into
and
this
it's almost
story though.
impossible to
Avi,
keep
have
it a
you done
secret.
this?
So I
Have
can
you done
promise
this
you,
quest?
those mecha were definitely private units.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I'm
Certainly
loving
not
it so
cheap.
far.
So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both.
Content
Now that you
complete है
mention it,
मेरा.
though,
Very
being in
mystery
the
वाला
synth
चल रहा है ना
business
अभी.
would definitely be
I am
profitable
enjoying it.
enough
That's
to
why.
afford this.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia.
Nah, I don't
Jokes
trust
aside,
this man.
I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
I'm not giving any spoilers. Okay. Where is Marcel? Where do I find Marcel? We can walk this much. Lift, hello. We are fancy people. We don't walk. We take lift. Oh, lift, where are you? Yeah. I don't know which floor I need to go to. Navia line. Huh? Navia line? What? I don't know. Let's go to the bottom. अगर स्पेस होगा पीसी में तो UAV भी कर लो. हाँ, after this UAV. पहले गेंशिन अकाउंट सुधारना है थोड़ा सा. Oh my god, I should add. क्या बोलते हैं उसे? Okay, I think we are very down now. We came a lot down. Hello. It's not showing me way.
With the wind. Hello. How may I help you?
Hello.
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Ah, Navia, hello. Sorry to keep
The
you
other
waiting.
day, I thought you
Not as
called
young as I used to
every
be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
That's
Oh, it's
valid,
all right,
actually.
Uncle
That's valid.
Marcel. There's no need to
They
stress.
are actual
I
chickens.
just
So
wanted to talk to you
I'm free
briefly
from
about what
chicken
happened in
duty
the
from
opera
today.
house. I'm sure you saw
And he's
everything
back.
too, right?
I couldn't be more happier.
I've never seen anything so strange.
I always was scared every day that
You
I
were
will
at the
kill
opera
them.
house too?
Now I can't kill them.
That's
so
right. I went there with Navia to
happy.
see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed
My
that other
grandmother
thing, right?
had chickens in
The
the
fact
house.
that
I like
humans can
to
dissolve in
chase
water?
them. Oh my god.
Yes, I was
That
reminded
was
of
my
your father's
biggest
case
fear,
right
that
away.
they would run away.
that
I
what
would
you're
never be able to
investigating
catch
now?
them.
Exactly. I still don't have much solid
मैंने
proof,
कल
but
VR
I
chat
can
download
sense
किया.
that the other
How
side
is
has
it,
already
Abhi? How
begun
is
to
it?
act.
Oh, and what
Have you
makes
tried
you
it
say
yet?
that?
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Exactly.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last
That
mora
would be
to bring
super
them to
cool, Abhi.
justice.
Thank
That
you,
would be
Uncle
super cool.
Marcel. But I
कब कर
don't
रहे हो?
intend to
When
go
are you
into
doing
hiding.
it?
I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
Yep, this person is very. This person does not sound innocent at all.
The confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Process, but I have
Oh,
work
it's
right now.
okay.
Arey,
No need to push
work
yourself.
is sad. Work is sad.
We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good.
Excuse.
Just let me know if you ever need Mora.
Are you?
All my wealth comes
Suggesting
from
what-
Callus's patronage and support.
I think
I'll
you are
spend however much
suggesting.
it takes to clear his name.
Marcel, hello. Himit bhai, hello. How are you? I'm good, Himit bhai. आप कैसे हो? आप कैसे हो? How are you? क्या है? Bro just said he will give us more. I don't like this dude. Yeah, we are a little tight on
Sadie,
funds,
welcome in.
but still.
Mr. Swim Sadie, welcome in. Yeah, I'll
I
tell
still
you.
think
How are
that
you doing?
blue-haired guy is the culprit.
Bangalore से खेलते हैं. I play with Bangalore.
We've talked to all three suspects.
अगर
Purely based on their
if it was like
conversations with me.
Delhi, उससे भी
How
खेल
is the
लेता है
game
प्रभु जी.
Sounded particularly
अरे
suspicious.
हिमित भाई का स्माइल इतना अच्छा है ना, मुझे बहुत पसंद है. पता है आपका? How is Genshin Pro doing? हैं? Not pro in Genshin. Zoldi bhai, hello. How are you? How are you? Grind shift. Oh my god, I hate the grinding part. Me great, lot of rain here and everything.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough,
Oh my
let's
god.
still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance.
Send some rain here too, Himit bhai. Send some rain here too.
According to Jacques' family members, he
Is
already
there
told
any
them
new
that he had been
event in
discovered,
Genshin?
and that he
हाँ
had
अभी
no
अभी
choice before
नया
he left home
रीजन
that day.
like वो हुआ है, रिलीज हुआ है.
If I had to guess,
Netland.
he probably received an order from the synth boss
तो
to kill my
इसलिए
father.
सब लोग वापस आ
Had
गए
he
Genshin पे.
refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
इसे आग में तल देना चाहिए जोल्डी भाई. पता है ये पाइमन को.
Oh?
नेक्स्ट
And
टाइम
why is
कब
that?
तल रहे हो आप? इसे सबसे पहले आग में झोंक देंगे जोल्डी भाई. ये गारंटी है.
Oh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use
I
to
am
his
not
boss.
returning to grind shit.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection.
I will
Makes
probably
sense.
leave
But
after I
without
complete
evidence,
this
that's
story.
still just a theory.
I can't return cause no space. Oh, okay.
Besides, Jacques, the
क्या
attack
क्या
from the
game है तुम
Gardamex
पे
has
अभी
been
अभी?
bothering me quite a
Maybe
bit as
you
well.
can like uninstall
It's
one
obvious
for
that
some
our
times
enemy
and then
has become more
reinstall it.
antsy after the secret of the primordial
No,
seawater was
only
revealed.
Watch Dogs I have played.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to
अब
the
तो
end?
रहने दो.
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible.
3 पे
Who
discount
among the three
100 में मिल
suspects
रहा
would
game.
have the
Damn,
ability to
that's
control
very cheap.
privately owned Gardamex?
Very very cheap. Who have ability that guard person.
Uncle
Oh no
Marcel?
no.
My father did really trust
I
him.
think
And they
game
worked together
wanted
on a
me
large
to
number of
blame
projects.
Uncle Marcel.
Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex.
Exactly.
It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child.
We don't trust uncles here.
Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
This
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when
हिमित
he
भाई
was
आपका वो
talking to us
कैसा
about the
जा रहा है
mecha.
वो
I also don't think he'd be able to
अभी
keep that
खरीद
kind of
लेता I am
tampering
asking
under
bro
wraps.
अरे रहने दो वैसे बड़ा टफ गेम है हिमित भाई को स्टॉप करते देखा गेम में अरे हिमित भाई प्रो है he can play any game you missed it अभी yesterday हिमित भाई अकेले सबको बैलो पे भी कैरी कर रहे थे मैंने देखा ये 300 में ब्लैक मीट वुकोंग मिल रहा है क्या व्हाट 300 पे वुकोंग व्हाट कहाँ मिल रहा है इतना सस्ता हमें भी चाहिए जोल्डी भाई बताओ You are the real pro. No, not pro, not pro.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his
He
dealings with
seemed
Jacques.
very innocent
But
too.
as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security. So he
किसी
shouldn't
दिन
have much
FX
means when it comes
डाउनलोड
to
करेंगे
finances.
हिमित भाई के साथ खेलेंगे अरे हिमित भाई FX पे तो इजी कैरी
Exactly. He can't. And
की आवाज
even if he
में
could,
दिख रहा था
I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
I think but I don't know man irrelevant select yeah Uncle Marcel you are sauce you are very sauce
If you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
exactly
Could we be missing other suspects? Maloose didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
कितना भी छुपा लो आपकी आवाज सब बता देते हैं
Maloose has
अरे हाँ
always been very reliable.
हिमित भाई बहुत
And his judgment
उनका
of others'
फेस ही इतना
trustworthiness
इनोसेंट
has been
सा
fair
और
and well
एक्सप्रेसिव है
considered.
ना
When he laid out his case for the three,
ये
the
सब यहाँ
rationale he
बोलना
gave me made
जरूरी
a
था
lot of
क्या
sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the
जोल्डी भाई
means to
spoke
dispatch
like
Mecha to
एकदम
assassinate
true
us,
fan
and possesses significant intellect
my
and
God.
foresight. Even if
What
I
is
don't
that,
want to
you know?
believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back
कहाँ
to
से
Uncle
मिला ऐसा
Marcel.
रिमोट
Well, we still have another
Uncle
trump
Marcel
card on top
very
of all the
sus
theorizing and
आ गया
speculating.
we don't trust uncles
Yes, Maloose did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Nadia, here you are. Oh, I have been looking for you.
what's up theory
Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something...
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't
no.
that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
ऐड आया आप वुकोंग खेलो I will come to stream हाँ कब खेल रहे हैं जोली भाई आप गेम गिफ्ट करो I will give हाँ इमित भाई तो कर देंगे इमित भाई is रिच आपको नहीं
What?
पता जोली भाई
Is that someone you know?
अरे बीबू मार्शल सिर्फ दाल में काला नहीं पूरी दाल ही काली
Maybe even a
वही
little
तो
too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
how did they find
how?
child
None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange
Poor
about
child,
it. So
man.
I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
PS ले लो मैं
Because they'll
जुगाड़
think they've
करवा
already
दूंगा
found the
ओहो
culprit.
Yeah.
और इतनी आसानी से
That'll
बोल
be a
रहे हैं
lot
जैसे
harder than to clear Mr.
PS
Callus's
और
name.
वो अकाउंट में PS खरीदना आसान है
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
Let's go free our bestie. Exactly. Let's split up.
Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner.
I accept all kinds
Trial
of
about the
gifts.
serial disappearances
Zoldy bhai,
case.
very sauce,
The
very
culprit's
sauce.
attention will be focused
That's
on
sauce,
Irenaeus,
that's sauce.
leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Lenny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to
Yeah,
accompany you.
this blue person.
I'm ready.
Silver.
Malou, Silver, when did you two get here?
That person very
We
sauce.
heard that
Just
you'll
look
be
at him,
leaving
man.
Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then,
They
let's
are
make
cute,
haste for
though, not gonna lie.
Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler,
See you then!
Because let's go free our bestie. Where is our bestie child?
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going.
Dude gets in problem anywhere and everywhere, man.
Let's head over.
Find the entrance.
According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater.
So what do we
Try to
do?
find the entrance.
I forgot. How do you go underwater? Control. Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go. This sound is so bad. Control. Control. What? I've already reached my destination alone. How can I break this bubble? I forgot how things used to happen underwater. I don't remember anything. I remember. I don't remember. कितने टाइम बाद खेल रहे हो?
Found it!
हो गए होंगे, बहुत महीने ही हो गए
This is the
जल्दी
entrance
भाई.
that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
Been like a long time.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and
मैंने सिर्फ
mechanisms. Navi's
लास्ट
probably
मैंने
arguing
कब
up a
खेला था?
storm right now to
जब
stall for us.
फॉन्टेन आया था नया रीजन तब खेला था. उसके बाद एक कैरेक्टर बिल्ड किया मैंने. ये फ्यूरिना को सेमी बिल्ड किया. फ्यूरिना के बैनर के टाइम खेला था और उसके बाद मैं भाग गई और अभी खेल रही हूँ.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
Oh my god.
Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit
This
behind the
is
serial
funny.
disappearances case?
This is so funny though. This
To
is
be
so funny.
perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
Let learn conquest
However,
का not
I
learn.
did hear that people who have been
Fontaine,
charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their
getting in
name.
problem
Is
everywhere.
that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right?
Oh my god, bro just
I've got
wants
to
to
admit,
fight.
that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real
All she wants, all he wants is to fight.
Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case.
There is a Fontaine, there is a Fontaine.
Looking for
I don't
fights.
want to play Genshin, so
Oh?
bye.
Sounds like the Hydro
Genshin is
Archon wants
easy.
to
You
lecture
just
me.
need to ask a boom to carry
Then
you.
why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns the best in the heat of battle.
Look at this child, man. Bro gets in problem everywhere.
That's not what I meant.
What does Raizo means?
Alas, it would appear
It's
that
like saying,
communication with the
hey,
defendant is going
oh, तो
poorly.
ये
And we have made very little progress.
Fontaine है.
In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
Thanks for the hydrating.
The goal of this
I
trial is to
it.
determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness.
Banner, not
But that
sure.
was an
Maybe
exception
2-3
rather than
banners.
standard court
After
protocol.
like
I can
two
very
banners
well
at
charge
least
you with
only
contempt
by.
of court for your
इसके बाद एक बैनर आएगा उसमें भी नहीं है उसपे वो किचन कुछ ऐसा नाम का बंदा आ रहा है he looks very hot तो zombie by उसके बाद आ सकता है शायद
I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
I think it's Kinich.
And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default. Correct?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Zoldy Bhai only
a young
catches
lady
the
has
big
charged
fishes.
in and offered to
He
clear
does
my
not care
name.
about small
How
fishes.
fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
No, he's not even suspicious right now. Bro just
then, Miss Navia,
came because he wants
who
to
is the
fight.
person you would like
What
to
kind
charge
of
instead?
justice is this?
That person is...
Oh no. Where's Marcel? Go, Marcel.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please
This
let
is
me
not a
remind you,
novel.
Miss
Hello,
Navia, that charging
audience.
someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to
No,
the charge
that's a issue
also
for
means taking on the
street.
legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances,
Gambling issues is
you
real though,
may
that's a
also
issue.
be charged with the crime of making a false accusation.
Zoldy
Knowing
Bhai
this,
को पर skill
do
issue
you
तो नहीं
still
है.
wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I
The
declare the
game,
charge to be
like,
valid. Miss
Source game
Navia
भी
and
इतना
attorneys,
आसानी
please
से
take your
खेलते हैं
places
ना.
on the court.
मेरा UID add याद करने
Members
दो
of the
मुझे.
guards,
Okay, Zoldy
please
Bhai,
contact Mr.
बोलिए
Marcel
उसके
right
बाद.
away so that he may stand trial.
Type कीजिए मैं आपको add कर दूँगी. Everyone add me. No tension.
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies, sir. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out
Wait,
what's going on.
let me.
I think an
मैं copy
attorney
कर
won't
लेता
be
हूँ.
necessary. This is probably just a
वो
misunderstanding between me and Navia.
क्या बोलते हैं
Very
इसे?
well.
Cut scene के
In
बाद.
that case, since both
Zoldy
sides
Bhai,
have now
I'm glad.
arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
अरे भाई आधार कार्ड बता मत
3 years
बुजुल.
ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father?
Yup, Marcel, you are
Why would I do that?
very
Callus
sus.
was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that
your
banquet a
phone number
suspect as
भी
well?
भेज दो. Hi Chloe, how are you? How are
I
you?
think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now.
Zoldy
The
भाई को
audience
क्या
doesn't even
करेंगे
have
हम
the big
रात भर
picture
कॉल
yet.
करके.
Even I'm
prank
struggling
call
to remember
कभी कॉल
some
करके बोलेंगे हाँ
details of that
हॉस्पिटल
case.
से है हम.
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
कभी
I
कॉल
must
करके
refresh everyone's
आप 1
memory
करोड़
about
जीत
that
गए.
case
Zoldy
before
भाई
I can
बोलते
explain my charge
Scam.
and reasoning.
Credit details भी
In which
plus
case, I
password.
will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
बता दिया तू भी क्या होने वाला है. Oh my god.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while the guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel.
Duel.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing
का
duel,
bill pay
and
कर
soon
देना
succumbed to
बस.
the injuries.
लोन नो चाहिए तो भी बता देना, बहुत लोन है. वो स्ट्रीम पे आ रहे नहीं आजकल, हूँ तो यहाँ. हाँ, stream win.
These are the known
That's
facts
the main
about the
question
case.
here. Hello Meru, how are you? How are you?
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father.
कल टाइम नहीं मिल
still
रहा.
had no reason to pull
टाइम
the trigger.
बनाना बनता. टाइम बनाना बनता.
The
Oh,
third person
shout out
shot
to
Jacques first, and was
Louis
shot
too.
in
Louis
turn
too.
by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of
The
course,
art
the guard's
looks
conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the
clean,
time.
Meru. You made it. You made
We
it.
should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Fine, I will find loophole. This is boring, man. This is boring.
Shit.
Hello? Yes.
Testimony, however, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with
Damn it.
Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection.
No,
Unfortunately
I
for Jacques,
commissioned.
the true
It looks
culprit
very
had
clean,
already
though, Meru.
considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Listening to what the characters yapping. Not right now. Not right now. This is tiring job. Cute. Yeah,
This
let's go.
assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Okay. Refute. 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 Oh, let's
A pile of
go.
clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise
I
himself.
have like
but
2D
now it is
model
clear
like
that the
on my
clothes were
stream,
proof
just
that there was
like.
a third person at the
Damn.
scene, and that they were turned into
I
water
wanna see it.
after
I wanna
committing the
see
murder.
it.
Since it was raining that day,
Where do I
the
find
culprit
it?
was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was
Let's
responsible
go.
for Jacques' murder.
I don't follow you. I don't follow you.
Is the
This
true
is sad.
version of events.
Let's go. Yeah, I hear myself. Ooh, looking very clean. Very, very clean.
Hey, you see watching me.
Yeah. Yep, just check the sexy models. We are bored, Chloe. Do you know this story? It's very long, very long. I just want to know who the killer is at this point.
Wait,
Zoom
you're
in on the
telling me
good
something as
Oh my
dangerous
god.
as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims? I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
I suggest you shut up, Furina. You are gonna get Get your
may
like
not have the
reputation
evidence with me,
tarnished
but
one
I
more
know where
time.
I could go to collect it. If we look up the
We
deserted
love you,
clothes
Furina. That's
against
why
a
we
record of
need
people
you
who
to
went missing
shut
around the
up.
same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering
Thanks
the
for
serial
appreciating
disappearances
me.
case,
अरे
the
बहुत
guards probably kept careful
sexy
records
सा
of
बहुत
all
अच्छा सा
missing
मूवी
persons
लग
from
मेरे.
around that time. That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I
Monsieur.
would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction. Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
I think she just
Maybe she's scared of
didn't
embarrassing herself again.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an
Hydration
innocent
check.
citizen in the last trial.
My
Yeah,
second
she's not
question has to
getting
do with the
this.
ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you
Oh,
describe,
hydrate boost rachel. Okay,
then
sit bye.
why didn't Mr. Callis
Hmm.
explain himself in
You
court?
should hydrate too. आप भी पानी
If
पियो.
he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense. I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however,
Long
was that
Alton
it would
quest
paint a
for real,
gigantic
man, for
target
real.
on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had
Oh
already
my
been
god.
selected as the
Rishu
next
is
target
here.
of the serial
Rishu is
disappearances
here.
case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of
Only
course,
like which
the
to cover.
guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter
हाँ,
and
आगे ऐसे
determine that
बोलेगा.
we were in the right. But what good
Scanning
would
ahead.
that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone?
Oi!
Had this
It's the
opera
hunter!
ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by
Man, I
staying
can
silent,
watch this
we
sit by
retained
the
the
clip
ability
like
to
100
deter
times
our
in a day.
opponents and
And I
continue
will
the
find
scandal.
it funny every
I
time.
was able to become
उसी
Spina di
जा रहे हो,
Rosula's
उसी
president, which made me
क्या हो
humble
रहा
ना
है
जाओ
guys? We are
exactly.
doing
as well as
Alton
giving me more
Guys,
quest.
time
got
to
like a
grow and
banter
learn.
in
Genshin चल रहा
And
है.
once I
Genshin.
have figured out the
और
truth
Genshin.
and
THF
stepped
versus
up to the
Sishan.
challenge,
और क्या
I
होगा?
will do what this opera house cannot and restore my father's truth
Ooh,
and honor
Minecraft,
back
let's
to
go.
him. So, you mean to say your father intended to die
Wow.
in the duelist's
Do it
ring?
again.
What happened
right.
to Fiorina?
I don't want cliff
Do
yet.
you have any proof? Of
Yeah.
course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
Wow.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows.
Who are you, Ray?
You don't have to do anything
Why do you
for
want
my
to come
sake.
to my world?
But since he entrusted his will to
Sure,
you,
man, sure.
Clarand, you should
Group
tell us the
probably
truth
needs some
about his
materials.
sacrifice.
But how?
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Oh my god, Rishu, your time to shine.
Yes, I did.
It's finally your time
As a
to shine.
champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives.
Don't
In my
jump
line
off
of
very
work,
good, man.
I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
भाई खाना हो गया क्या नहीं हुआ
Weren't they
अभी
just talking about the serial
no
disappearances?
food yet अच्छा हो गया सिर्फ भाई
The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
Did you eat, Abby? Did you eat? I think you did, right?
If they were
You did get
already at
lunch.
the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
What? Don't you
No need to
kidify me,
appeal to
childify me.
pathos.
Hello,
I won't try
Marcel.
to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that,
We will.
does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Nah. Stop it, Marcel. We know you are guilty. You look guilty.
Not much you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects
नहीं,
with some
अभी
further
करूँगा, खाना
investigations
खा लो,
until
bed rest
I'm
would-
the only one left on the list.
I am in
Alas,
bed.
who
To
won't
be
feel
fair.
at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
Hello, I don't
Do you
need you
know
as
what the
uncle,
biggest
bro.
flaw in your reasoning is?
Hello.
I suppose
Marcel,
you're
shut
gonna
up.
tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my
बहुत
home in
अच्छे इंसान
Snezhnaya
है.
when I was young to come
We
to
take
Poisson
risks.
and work in some trade.
We sleep
My
on
business
time.
only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No,
Marcel,
it's not your
I
fault.
don't trust you.
I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances?
Let's check your
You can also
citizenship.
take a look at my
Aadhaar
border
card
entry
निकालो,
records,
hello.
or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time.
Oh, you are
Could
from
those
Fatui
records and
to Fatui
testimonies
for real.
do something to appease the
Snezhnaya.
unspeakable
Nah, very
anguish
sus.
in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
At this rate, Navi will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now?
She is not.
He wished
She's
for you to
not.
become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
Shut up. Huh? We don't take
This
Navia
isn't
here.
just about me, and it
Where
never
am I?
has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While that same agency has long been taken from them.
Chachi, how are you?
People
How are
whose families were
you?
destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who
हमें भी
suffered
ममता
tragic ends due to their
chicken.
sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Who is Barshay? We need to know now. We need more information, hello. कैसे हो? थोड़ी सी बीमार हूँ पर बेटर चाची. आप कैसे हो? आप बताओ. आपका क्या चल रहा है? Bro took the crystal and ran away. Yeah? What am I supposed to do? Co-op mode. Return to single player. Confirm.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What confrery? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina
Huh?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
I think we just
Please
did
let
this,
me
no?
and if the
Hello?
Yes.
In that case, members of the guard.
Will we have
Mr.
to
Marcel,
look at it
you will
again?
not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just, I think an attorney.
Very well.
I would like to take only through a loop.
Navia, come on. If that's enough to.
No.
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
We are
I
pressing
see.
buttons.
In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
We already did it, man. We already did
On the
it.
day of the murder,
Why again?
during the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Why are we having to go through this again?
When the guests arrived at the scene, the guard's investigation did not recover. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove Callus was defeated by...
चाची बारिश
These
में
are
नहाने
the
वाली
known
थी.
facts about the
Hello?
case.
ध्यान रखो यार, आप भी चाची, आप भी. रिशु की बात मत सुनो. कहाँ बारिश में नहाने? भाई डूब रही हूँ बारिश में.
One with the motive to kill, Isha.
तेरे नहाने की बात मत कर.
And even so, after that, however,
Okay, good. This is just sad, man. We already did it. Why should we do it again? Repeat. I thought it was this one.
this assassin,
One shot.
the testimony, however, a pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene. And that they were turned into water after
बढ़िया
committing
खाना
the murder.
खाऊंगा.
Since it was raining that
और
day,
फिर
the
आइसक्रीम.
culprit was confident that they
और
could use
सिर
the
भाई
rain to wash
अकेले
away.
अकेले और चाची को चिढ़ा भी रहे.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible.
This is not fair. We already heard it all. We already like.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling.
What a great theory.
Mr. Marcel.
But I think.
Then, may I ask some questions?
Okay, Furina. Shut up, Furina.
I may not have. We should be able to. Considering this, that makes sense to.
Maybe she's scared.
Alternatively,
My second question has to do with the ensuing. Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had I've thought about this. The dissolving powder. My father could have exposed at that time what was certain.
Boss once told.
What? If the secret had got, of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of. But what good would that do? Had this up, but by staying I was able to be. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will. So, that's right. Do you have any? Of course, all you need. I don't need your occult, but since he entrusts, so.
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless in my line
Child.
of work. Just one look and
Bro
I
just
hereby
came out
swear
being
on my
like,
name and
I
honor as
wanna
a champion duelist that Mr.
duel.
Callus never intended to leave the ring.
Since that's your testimony,
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not
Right? What she said was fascinating.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the series?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are in my father's case. The culprit in
My
Anne's
God,
at the
I am
end of
done
Lenny's
with this,
trial.
man.
The culprit also only dissolved the victim in.
What is this? Oh my God. This will not
The
help me.
culprit could only time their actions so coincidentally.
So that's why I'm used to it.
No need to
Okay, bro.
appeal.
I will try to refute your points one by one. But
Start
even
your
if everything you just
condescending
said was
attitude
true,
again.
Can you, on top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control?
Who is
I know that
annoying,
even with
condescending,
that, you
a
might still think
douchebag,
glass. Who
a
won't
murderer?
feel at least a
What
little hurt
else?
by it? But if I were to just, do you know what the biggest flaw?
I suppose you're gonna
Okay,
tell
bye.
me
Hello,
anyways.
Mansos. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you?
It's timing. I'm a businessman by trade. In addition, I let but the disappear.
I do apologize.
No.
Is there anything? You can also take a look at my border entry records. Or could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable?
Seems like she got
At this rate,
I think you've done us up, but aren't you going again? He wished for you to, once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong.
Hello, I don't need your
about me.
attitude
And it
and
never has
advices.
been. The biggest difference between me, the people whose families, many people's images, and whose image is it a man? Oh, so
I'm merely surprised.
I was waiting.
Thank you, dialogues. I just had to go through this
Hydration
again. Space for off. No, I'm stuck. And we can watch Mansos gameplay. No, Mansos died. Whose gameplay are we going to watch now?
या पाठक भाई आ गए मेरे अंदर मैं तबो
Team A.
Don't let his clips fool you guys. He is definitely immortal. He says he is not, but he is. Party setup. I think this party is good enough, no? I don't know. I feel like we can do our work. Level 92. Hello? How is this fear on me?
Everyone hold hands.
How? Hyper Bloom what?
Whoa! The floor is going up.
Oh, I thought it was coming down.
Mechanism in the middle?
Turns out we are going up.
Prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Oh, 2 primos. Let's go.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way.
Wait, Paimon. We need to heal first. We need to be battle ready. You don't understand, Paimon. ये हाइड्रेशन वाला वॉइस आप ही का है क्या? नो 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 अभी नॉट माइन काश होता इतना अच्छा वॉइस. People do say my meeting voice is very nice though. I don't know what that means, but दीपू भाई, प्रतीक भाई, हेलो कैसी है तबीयत? थोड़ी बेहतर प्रतीक भाई. मैं बेड रेस्ट कर रही. I am resting in my bed. Okay, we are supposed to go up there. How do we go up there? We go down? No, we go up. Hello, what do you mean? This game misguided me. I don't know where to go now. No, what do I do now? I'm lost. I forgot how it used to work. Hey, let's go. जल्दी ठीक हो जाओ. PRX वाले मीटिंग. हाँ, जल्दी अब. प्रतीक भाई कब स्ट्रीम होना आपका? क्योंकि तू क्या खाया? अभी तक तो कुछ नहीं खाया चाची. अब बहुत सुन खाऊंगी. मैं भी नूडल्स खा लूंगी मैं. PRX अरे अभी को पता ही नहीं है. PRX में मैं अब नेक्स्ट ईयर से वैलोरेंट PRX को बचाने में जा रही हूँ. I will be their 5th player. star player of PRX. आज हो ना बट नॉट श्योर नींद आ रही दोपहर वाली आप सोए कि नहीं प्रतीक भाई मेन क्वेश्चन ये है That's the very main question.
Now we can swim to the top.
Yay!
But
Yay!
this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Oh my god! I never knew this. I never knew this. Literally. This is so cool. Hello? Again. Go down. Okay, come up. No, it didn't work now. It didn't work. No, it didn't work. It didn't work. How was it working earlier? मैं 2 बजे गया तो था सोने बट जल्दी उठ गया अरे प्रतीक भाई आज वुकोंग खेलना पड़ेगा आप नहीं खेलोगे तो हाउ विल आई बी लाइक लोगों को कि आई नो वुकोंग मैंने खेला है आई प्लेड वुकोंग मैं कैसे बोलूंगी आपका स्ट्रीम देखूंगी और लोगों को बोलूंगी हाँ मैंने तो खेला है एक वुल्फ जैसा बॉस था उसे मारा मैंने बोल के आज वुकोंग ना तो PRX माने अभी वो बैलो का प्रो टीम है बहुत अच्छा टीम है यू शुड सपोर्ट PRX okay let's fight
May I present?
no yes
Think you can get away?
they all got away बेंटी इतना डायलॉग मारा useless hello wait
Let my name echo in song. Strike a pose. Time to go.
Shum. I think game is behind me man okay now we heal फ्लर्ट करता हूँ जरा ओके प्रतीक भाई थोड़ी झपकी लेके आता देन आई विल गेट फ्रेश एंड स्टीम ओके प्रतीक भाई ओके